Welcome back to the BJCC Arena in Birmingham, Alabama, site of the 2006 SEC Gymnastics Championship. Corey Kessler, joined by my partner Lori Strong-Ballard, and Natalie Taylor with the inside information on the sidelines. That's Georgia. They are the lead dog right now as we head to the lineup for the fourth rotation. LSU has a bye, as does Kentucky and Arkansas. And as you said, Lori, if Georgia gets out to a quick start in the first two events, pretty much the pressure is off, as Suzanne mentioned to you early in this meet.
Yeah, Suzanne mentioned that if they can be strong on bars and beam, they'll go into floor feeling confident. And this is the time of the meet where these athletes can really start to have fun. The Georgia fans have been loud and boisterous and are cheering their team on. And now Georgia can let loose.
And this is Kelsey Ericksen doing just that on the floor.
Oh, opening with a huge full-in back out. That is a new, more difficult skill for Kelsey. She debuted it after the midway through the season. She's never before competed that before this year. Second tumbling pass, forward tumbling, front layout full, front layout full. Beautiful clean position with the body. She's trying to sell the routine, and that means not only hitting the tumbling, but putting the emotion and the expression in the face.
Wonder what it must feel like, Lori, to compete in front of thousands of fans at a championship of this magnitude with the lead in hand.
It's absolutely the most amazing rush, and especially when you finish a routine like that. 3 huge tumbling passes for Kelsey. She is so hot tonight.
She is hot tonight. Smiling, she knows it was good, it feels good. You can tell the reaction from her gym dogs. Suzanne Yaklins, gotta be pleased with that. Everyone wants a picture.
You know, I watched Kelsey during the warm-up, that 3-minute touch right before they competed this event, and she was pumped, jumping up and down, dancing on the sidelines. You can see their spirits are high, and she opened with that big full-in back out. Feels good.
And she pleases the crowd who made it from Athens as they were screaming UGA. She pulls in a 9.950, but hold everything, folks. Ashley Miles, the 3-time All-American for Alabama, is on bars, and she can perform.
Just like her vault, her release elements on this event are huge, opening with the Shaposhnikova. His next skill is big and risky. A Hindorf, sky high. Just enough speed, makes it over with the shoot over.
She won 3 individual titles last year at the SEC Championships at the Gwinnett Center in Duluth, so you know she's used to this type of competition.
Double out, nails the landing. Ashley has come to compete.
So much fun to see their excitement after the routine. She knows she hit the landing.
First up for Alabama. This may mean that she will take a hit on the score. Usually that first up athlete, the judges are a little bit more conservative with. This was a great routine. I'm not sure if I've seen Ashley do much better.
She has scored a 9.950 in the past. And here she gets a 9.875, so that certainly puts her in contention for the all-around title here at the SEC Gymnastics meet. It helps her Crimson Tide. And this is Katie Heenan for the Georgia Gym Dogs and her floor exercise.
Front double twist, front pike. You can see her landing on that landing mat. If they choose to use the landing mat, they must have the boundary lines outlined in chalk or tape on the mat so the judges can really see if they do step out of bounds. Excellent job on her double turn. It makes it more difficult because she does it with her leg above horizontal.
And early in the meet, we saw how these podiums affected some of the athletes. Let's see if it affects Katie at all in her floor routine.
Most of the athletes love the floor on the podium. It gives it more spring and a little more give on the landings. The risky part of it is with all that spring, you could step out of bounds or over-rotate your tumbling passes. So they needed to make adjustments in the workout yesterday and in the warm-up today. Katie has such a wonderful personality, and it really comes out in her choreography. Very interesting part of the competition. Georgia on floor. The fans are yelling UGA, UGA. Alabama's on bars. You're hearing the roll tide, roll tide. This competition is heating up. The fans are on their feet. They like that one.
And so does Katie, and so does Suzanne Yocklin. She knows it's going to help her gym dogs further their lead.
Katie's opening tumble pass was an E-level skill in combination, so she gets difficulty bonus as well as combination bonus. And of course, that big finish and a huge smile.
A 9.925 for Katie Heenan, and that'll only help the gym dogs, but hold everything. Julie Dwyer is on the horizon. Welcome back to the BJCC Arena. We're looking at freshman Lindsey Puckett, her first SEC championship competition.
Auburn has 4 solid routines. Lindsey has the potential to really boost their score. Her high score this year is a 9.9. Scores as a whole have been tight throughout this season, so a 9.9 is quite impressive. A little wobble there. Showing a little bit of those nerves.
Now last year, of course, the freshman of the year in the SEC championships was Julie Dwyer, also from Auburn. Does Lindsey Puckett have a similar?
Serious here, back handspring loud, and she is crooked and off the beam, a mandatory 5/10 deduction. She loses credit for the difficulty of that skill as well. This is not devastating for Auburn, although she is a potential high scorer for them, so they will lose the score, but they can drop it, and if the rest of the team hits, they will still have 5 solid routines. One more athlete to go, and that's Julie Dwyer, their most consistent athlete. Pressure will be on Julie. Dismount for Lindsey, a big one, double back. Great comeback, a solid landing on the dismount.
So she comes back strong, but still the score will hurt the team. A 9.250, as you said, they can drop one of those scores. They would have to keep one unless all of the rest of their athletes hit. This is Corey Hartung, the freshman from Florida. We already saw her on the floor routine. This is her vault.
Corey's competing that Yurchenko layout full. One of the more popular vaults of the night, scored out of a 10. Nice job, nice extension in the body, and a pretty good landing.
And they get her still with a chance to creep up on the Georgia Gym Dogs. Gets the high five from Rhonda Fain. As we look at it one more time.
Corey gives a nice powerful run. Reaches long on the vaulting table. A slight pike down on the landing. You can see her really fighting for those landings.
Not a bad effort for the freshman, 9.775. And here is the freshman of the year we were talking about just moments ago, Julie Dwyer, who has a shot at the athlete of the year in this competition.
Julie's ranked number 5 in the country on the balance beam. Tonight, the highest score has been 9.925 by April Burkholder. She still holds that high score since the first rotation of this competition. That's quite impressive. Auburn already with 1 fall. She must hit. Great job.
Finished 4th on the beam last year in the SEC Gymnastics Championships with a score of 9.875.
Saw backwards tumbling. Here's front tumbling with a front tuck. Holds on to the landing, just a slight wobble. Mandatory full turn, not a problem there. Solid routine landing.
Wow.
Great routine for Julie, and a sigh of relief for this team. They now have 5 solid scores to count on beam. Julie had great concentration and fight through this entire routine. She wasn't perfectly on in every skill. You can see her shoulder drop just slightly on the landing, but she's aggressive and she fought for it.
And she got herself a 9.850. Meanwhile, the first Alabama gymnast to compete in the Olympics is on the other side. Terin Humphrey next. Welcome back to the 2006 SEC Gymnastics Championships. This is Melanie Banville. Her top score this year is a 9.850 in the uneven bars. See if she can match that here at the championships. She certainly competed at the pinnacle of this sport.
Melanie's drawing off her experiences of competing at the Olympic Games, especially at a high-stakes competition like this, doing a great job with her bar routine. Nice hit handstand there at the end. That's a tough one. And the dismount, double layout, beautiful stuck landing, just like we saw her stick her vault earlier. Melanie's doing a great job for the Tide. Quite a change going from the elite and Olympic level to competing in collegiate gymnastics. It's really all about the team, and these athletes really embrace that change.
And a 9.9 for all those fans in the stands yelling, "Roll Tide, roll Tide." Hold everything. Courtney Kupets for the Georgia Gym Dogs, who have the lead rather comfortably right now as she performs her exercise on the floor.
Georgia has 4 scores of 9-9 or better. Both Georgia and Alabama are doing a bang-up job during this rotation. Neither one seemed to be feeling the pressure from the other. Opening with a double Arabian, she holds it inbounds there, so important. Great choreography in this routine. Nice use of the music and the sound effects, going along with the choreography and the body movements as well. Of course, there's the team working alongside with her.
Her sister is one of those teammates. As we heard earlier, from our own Jen Hildreth.
Coaching staff says it's been great to have both sisters on the team. They really help each other in the gym, support each other, push each other, help each other get through some of the tough times as well as the good times.
No doubt you can feel how happy she is to be a gym dog, competing along with her sister.
Final tumbling pass, a big double pike. The legs almost look like they gave, but she holds on to it. Very few deductions. This will be another huge score for Georgia. Remember, they already have 4 9-9 or better.
A big hug from her head coach.
Courtney has such a huge repertoire of skills. She can do a double layout because of the injury to the Achilles tendon, and she tore the other Achilles tendon at the 2003 World Championships. They have decided to go with that double Arabian, a good choice tonight.
A solid effort, a 9.925, and here is Terin Humphrey, the first Olympic athlete for the University of Alabama, in front of the home team. And look at what Terin Humphrey has done. The 2005 champion on the uneven bars, as well as the SEC champion in the same event. And of course, that silver medal in the 2004 Olympic Games on the uneven bars.
We've already seen the Olympic bronze medalist Courtney Kupets go 9-9 on this event. Now this is the Olympic silver medalist, and that's what we talk about when we say the competitiveness and the talent in the SEC is outdone by no other conference.
Bar none, so to speak.
Terin does a great job of all of her body positions on this event. You can see that she's well trained with the basics, and that pays off in the scores. She does take a step on the landing. I'm not sure if that will outscore the 9-9 from both Kelsey and Courtney.
Crimson Tide trying to creep up on the leading Georgia Gym Dogs. Let's see if Terin's score can help that effort.
There's her sky-high release move. It's called a ginger. She did it in combination.
9.850 for Terin. Maybe not the highest score of the night on the uneven bars, but a solid effort that should help the Crimson Tide. Meanwhile, Georgia continues to break away from the pack with a 49.6. So we've completed 4 rotations. Georgia and Auburn here in Birmingham, Alabama, the only teams that have completed 3 events.